Ride, let's get this party started. Ride, let's get this party started quickly. In the name of social media, wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I would like to thank you so much for joining us on this toward the end of what we in this nation celebrate as a federal holiday for our brother known as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This particular talk I wanted to do New Year's Day, but unfortunately, due to technical difficulties beyond our control, I had to post on the day that is set aside for the celebration of a great man. And I must be honest, when I was a child, in my ignorance, I did not view him as a great man. And that is because I was not thinking for myself. I was allowing other people to influence my thinking. In ignorance, stupidity, the embarrassment and the shame comes when we stay in that condition. We allow ourselves to stay in that condition. We do not evolve and grow. If we do not evolve and grow, it is really a waste of time to have a new year. If we do not evolve and grow. If you are alive, that is the purpose of time, that we mature, we evolve and grow. You're not supposed to stay 2 years old. You're not supposed to stay, brothers and sisters, especially for us. We have a problem growing mentally. Some of us talk about spiritual growth, but I don't see, all my years studying the spiritual folk, I don't see you growing. I cannot tell you from the average person who is not spiritual what makes you different from them. What makes you claim righteous behavior, but yet we can't tell you from the unrighteous. Our brother is common sense in our chat room. I want to acknowledge our supporters before I continue. And if common sense stays through our conversation, then I hope that he correct me, because I wish to grow. I wish to evolve. And I'm never so arrogant that I can't take advice from nobody, that I can't learn that's good for me. So year after year, I want to age like fine wine. So this is what we expect from the elders. We expect from the elders that they have grown like fine wine. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Unfortunately for us, so many become ruined instead of becoming that fine wine. New Year's Day, 2024, we celebrate the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I began the new year on a strong note, physically. I don't know mentally. Because mentally, it's in the eyes of the beholder. And unlike so many, I'm open to constructive criticism so I can grow, so I can evolve. It might hurt my feelings, but a lot of times we don't see ourselves. It takes an outside source so that we can see ourselves as we really are, not how we believe we are, how we really are. Then of course we have people who are brown nosers. They see that you're not doing well, but because they want something from you, or maybe being in your presence gives them some kind of value, they allow you to go down the right path. But if you're a Muslim, you ask Allah, "Oh Allah, guide us on the right path." You don't want to go down the wrong path. And I can stand here and appreciate the life, as they say in religion, that I have been blessed with, because I want to see you do better before my time is over. I would like to see these people called African American, these people we call soul brothers and sisters, freedmen, the foundation of Black Americans. I wish we can't go forward. We can't even agree upon an identity. We are simulcasting on Angel Snub 7. We had technical difficulties on Facebook, so that went bad, but we're simulcast on Angel Snub 7. Shout out to our Deacons of Reality. Shout out to Don Anderson. Shout out again to It's Common Sense. I don't want to hold us long. I just want to make some points and we're going to get out of here. How many of you, because I stayed up, my bedtime is 10 o'clock. I'm ready to go to bed at 10 o'clock. Stayed up so I can see the time. And it was official that it was 2024. I wanted to see that. And so again, I began this year physically healthy. I don't know mentally. No, you still crazy. See? We're going to have people that begin on the wrong foot to start the new year. You were sick in 2023, and you want to continue your sickness. You don't want to evolve. You don't want to grow. Then you want to say, how come things ain't a-changing for us? Because yous ain't a-changing. You continue to act, you continue to behave like those who deserve hell. And hell is what you got. Hell is what you get. We are supposed to have learned lessons in 2023. So we don't make the same mistakes in 2024. So we begin this year in the continuation of what we call the healing process. It never stops because we have been severely damaged. So the healing process continues. Unfortunately, what we call the purge continues. They go hand in hand. As we heal, we also must purge, because there are those who want to bring you harm. There are those who may bring physical harm to us as well as mental. They take away from you. So just like the body and this is what we do. It hurts sometimes. Sometimes we don't understand, but it must be done. We must push away from those who aren't helping us to evolve, to progress. If you want to do anything worthwhile, you cannot associate and continue to hang around people that aren't with your goal. You have to. So we must part company because they bring you down. There is no benefit. And sometimes we don't understand. That's one of the reasons why we cannot evolve in our present. Let's go ahead and say what we got to say and get out of here. There are those who begin 2024 trying to evolve, trying to be new with the new year. Then there are those who maintain the same status quo. They were beefing. They were slandering. They was gossip. They was doing that last year, and they're doing the same thing, scamming and stealing. They was doing that last year, and they continue. They just crossed the border this year. In the new year, some of us, we make resolutions. And when we make these resolutions are for us to promise ourselves to do something that's a betterment. My New Year's resolution is to exercise more, join the gym. My New Year's resolution physically. But we have no resolution as a people. What are we going to do? So we keep doing the same nothing that we was doing last year because we have no resolutions. We don't know what to do. You should have a resolution of the acceptance of your situation. The acceptance of your reality should be your resolution, because that's the only thing that really can solve your problem, our problem as a people, once and for all. Your denial of reality keeps you in suspended animation. We're living right now, most of us, we're living in what we call the wintertime. A cold time. People, this is Dr. Martin Luther King's day. And we find ourselves in a long winter. In winter, there's no real activity because it's too cold, because things die in the wintertime. So after the summer of the civil rights movement, the Black Power struggle, after summer and the fall of it, now we're in the winter. There's no life in the fall. Their children entered the winter. And we have been in a dead state ever since. And they're cold-blooded. During that period of time, we were more loving to each other, more respectful to each other. But in this time, even though you claim and you talk about you try to be like them, but you're not. You're cold like them. You're profane to your people, nasty-hearted, cold-blooded. In this wintertime, no activity, no matter what you try to do, you grow nothing. Hard-headed and cold. Death. And you don't know how to change your condition to make your reality begin to evolve, so now then you can begin to enter the spring. You won't enter the spring until you begin to accept your situation, your reality. Because you don't really think you have a problem. Just quote from the Bible, quote from the Quran, put on a dashiki, put on a bow ties and whatever, put on these costumes. You don't think that you have a problem, but those things have not solved your problem. They have not been able to take you out of the winter time. You still not growing. You can solve a problem until you first admit that you got a problem, but you don't think you have a problem. Nobody can. That's true. But this car is still on the block, sir. You have 75 years of experience fixing cars while this was still on the block. We come to YouTube since 2005 with Nation of Islam teachers, more science teachers, the church, all hours trying to get off crack because they enjoy crack. So they're in denial. Ain't nothing wrong with me, nothing wrong with us. You got a problem, and until you face your problem, nothing's gonna change. You have to admit that you have a problem. So that's why they don't hang around us. That's why they don't come here, because we're going to tell them you have a problem, but they don't think they have a problem. This is, I want to call Dr. King a coon and a Sambo and all these nasty names. All these nasty names. Out of love. I'm doing it out of love. Dr. King, the white man's boy. And the white man having technical difficulties, so I just want to let you know. We're having, I don't know what's up with this. We're having technical difficulties, so just bear with me. That's why I need to go ahead. I'm trying to rush myself and get this one over. I don't know what is it about this particular talk. Every time try to do this talk, and we keep having these technical difficulties. New Year, same Negro stuff, same thing. They don't grow. And the reason why, not really because Dr. King, thank you, sir. Not really because Dr. King is the white man's boy. What it is, they are jealous. Black movement. We didn't, in the main people they stood up for was for us. But it was power to the people. They wasn't talking all that black and spiritual stuff from Egypt. They wasn't talking all that stuff. They just simply, the Black Panthers was, what can we do? How can we service our people, make ourselves better? How can we progress as a people? They wasn't trying to sell their religion and their own personal beliefs. But that's what these suckers want. They don't want you to be liberated. They just want you to go from the white man's plantation to their plantation. I'm not going to your damn plantation. You can get angry all that you want to, sucker. I'm not getting on your plantation. I've been there, done that. This black pro-black stuff do not represent liberation for us. That's why they hate Dr. King. How come there's not Elijah Muhammad holiday? How come Malcolm X holiday? How come whoever they like, John Henry Clark holiday? They jealous and angry. Because of the accomplishments of Dr. King. Because in reality, all this black Pan-African stuff ain't did a damn thing. It didn't do nothing back then. It's not doing nothing right now. So of course, and I challenge them. I want you to come here and show us if I'm wrong. Because if I'm wrong, if I'm in error, somebody put in the chat room the accomplishments of the black last year. The people, and tell the people this is what we have accomplished for the year. Then they would bring on Elijah Muhammad. You don't see that from the new Nation of Islam. Talking about Louis Farrakhan. They never talk about what they did during the year. Anything they done was because of individuals working for themselves, have nothing to do with the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam produced nothing. So that will be a waste. They have nothing to present because they done nothing. They have accomplished nothing. Umar Johnson is not talking about what he accomplished last year except running his damn mouth last year. Sonetta TV run his mouth all last year. Tahaka Bay, the only thing they did was run their mouth last year. All these folks that you, Young Pharaoh, well, brother, last year, thousands and thousands of dollars, they're not giving us nothing. And you continue the same behavior this year. But you're expecting something different. That's called insanity. You ignore those who actually really care about you. But that's how it is. There are people who love the folks that abuse them. That's you. So this year, 2024, than the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 some years. Because this is winter. You are in winter. And there is no growth in wintertime. It's cold in winter. You can't move in winter. Winter represents death. And we continue to be in this cycle of this season of death. And you can't get out. You can't get out because you don't think that you are dead. You think that you are alive. But if you are alive, what's your motion? What's your activity? You have none. I want to acknowledge my brother, Wise Supreme You Allah, in the chat room on Angel Snub 7. Always got to acknowledge our people. Another free thinker. I don't want to hold us long. I just want to say a few words and get and wish us a peaceful Dr. King holiday. So what do we do for Dr. King? Because Dr. King took a bullet. He took a bullet in the neck. Oh, let's carve out a rock. Let's spend $50, $60, $100,000, whatever, and let's put the rock on the national, with the other national monuments for Dr. King. It don't even really look good to me. I don't know about you. It don't even look good to me. But that's what they done. Let's carve out a rock for Dr. King and put statues and name streets. Not only Dr. King, you love these dead leaders because these dead leaders cannot ask you to do a damn thing. You keep talking about, oh, the white exploiting Marcus Garvey. You a damn exploiter yourself. You are an exploiter. You're not doing nothing because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You're just going through a ritual. You are incompetent. You have no idea how to use their strategy. You have no idea. Wintertime. Woo! I know it's cold here. Woo! It's cold. When you get angry, see, these people, they smile in your face. How you doing, brother? How you doing, sister? Till they get angry. Then they show you who they really are when they get angry. Because they're not your brother and sister. They want to use you. They want to use us for their purpose. They want to exploit us for their purpose. This whole blackity black thing is so silly to me. And when they do talk about Dr. King, they love to talk about one of his speeches where he talked about the changing when he met the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he talked about integration was a burning house. Dr. King Muslims do. He never said it. Dr. King, until the day he died, was nonviolent protest. Till the day he died. The only thing he changed was basically calling himself a Negro. He started using the word black. He stayed on his path, which was nonviolent protest. And he recognized some of his faults. He was only 39 years old. What you expect? He didn't have a chance to begin to grow. And his enemy gonna make sure you don't grow. Because you getting in business where you don't belong. And his people didn't even protect him like they should have. They made it easy for him to be killed, knowing that these suckers wanted to murder him. But going back to this burning house, and the black and the black folks know that it's a burning house, how come your happy ass is still right here with us in the burning house? And let me tell you something else. Segregation still here. If you really want something different, you have to separate. Take your happy ass to Africa. These people are not going to Africa. These people coming, these immigrants are coming in. Why don't your happy ass go back where they come from? Since you so smart and you know it all, go where they coming from, because apparently they don't have it like that. Why don't you go show them what to do with their land and their little resources? How the hell you gonna talk about somebody? You using the same internet I'm using. You drinking the same water I'm drinking. Some of you going to the same job I'm working on. How the hell you got the nerve to tell somebody, call somebody a coon and a Sambo, and you do this for the white man? Everything about you is the white man. Situation right along with me. And you don't have nothing to offer. At least have something to offer. You don't have a pot to piss in. Ain't nobody gonna leave their job. Ain't nobody gonna follow you. You get thousands of dollars from these people every year, the blackity black pro-black folks, and you have accomplished nothing. That's not my fault. That's not Brother Khalil's fault. That's not, it's common sense. It's not the Deacon of Real, not Brother Don's fault. It's your fault, because you don't know what the hell you're doing. You really don't know the strategy. You really don't know. You're just going through a ritual. Skin. She's a light skin, and she was a member. She was a member of the NAACP, and there was a young girl in 1955, Claudette Colvin, something like that. She was a teenager, and she went through the same thing that Rosa Parks went through. But according to the blackity black folks, she wasn't chosen to be like a spokesperson, example, because she was too dark-skinned and she was pregnant. According to them. So this is what you're saying, you dumbass blackity black, pro-black, dumbass. Woo, these folks, they sickening to me. Even when I was part of it, I wasn't dumb and stupid like this. So you saying they waiting for somebody like Rosa Parks. They waiting for somebody. So this girl, she didn't qualify. So they just waiting. They just waiting around for this miracle. This girl or woman. It probably could even been a man. So they can use this person as an example. They just, chances are, there was people before that young girl that was 15 years old. A lot of brothers and sisters prior to that, we don't even know nothing about. They didn't get no kind of coverage at all. That's dumb for them to just stand around. We just gonna wait for the right one. These folks were suffering. These folks was being exploited. They didn't know what to do. Like your ass don't know what to do. They did the best they could. Ain't nobody doing all that what you talking about. That's some crap. Won't prove it. They don't bring no evidence. Our people was in the South being exploited, being oppressed. And the only thing they knew they had to do is try to fight back. And all of them didn't fight back. The majorities kept their ass at home, watch on TV. Ooh, child, they whooping Dr. King's ass over there. Woo! Oh, my goodness. My goodness. I know that's what my mama and daddy and grandparents, that's what they did. And that's probably what yours did too. Even now. I don't care what you march for. I don't care what you protest for. I don't care what kind of injustice you stand for. I applaud anybody willing to stand up and fight their oppression. Because everybody not going to do it. It's a lot of in no damn corner. Jesus was out on the street and took on the... You want somebody else to do all the work. And so you got all these millions of nothing folks that don't deserve. And you need to stay in the winter. You need to stay here. You need to stay in this dead state. You're not worthy of the spring. You're not worthy of the life that comes from the warmth of the sun in the spring and the summertime. All this conspiracy theory garbage. Where was your mama and daddy? Oh, since you have the nerve to talk about what these folks did and they was doing this, what the hell did your people do? What are you doing now in your mouth? You jealous of Dr. King because he got a statue. He should have more than a damn statue. So on this platform, we want to give our ancestors a state. We want to give them a flag over that state. We want to give them, if they knew, we want them to let them know we have taken over control of that which used to oppress them. One of the worst states was Mississippi. And you bring that up under your control. What a victory for Dr. King. What a victory for Fannie Lou Hamer, Stokely Carmichael, and all our brothers and sisters. Oh, it's new. Even if the material used is recycled, the product that you make is still new. Nobody else have it. It never existed before. It's new. Most people want a new car over a used car. A used car, somebody else had it, but a new car, you the original driver. You the first one that ever owned the car. We like things that's new. This is a new year. You don't have to repeat what happened last year. You can make this new. But over the last 50, 60 years, when a woman have a baby, she brings new life. If that baby, according to African spirituality, if that baby, according to some of this reincarnation beliefs garbage, if a baby is nothing but ancestors being reborn, that's not new. That's some recycled whatever. That's not new. Anything new is that which you never seen before. That's new. Babies are new. And when a woman brings the baby into the world, most times that's a painful experience. And there's a lot of bodily changing going on within the mother to bring this new into the world. It's a painful experience. And this is y'all problem. That which is new is painful to you. Because the new replaces the old. We still ride horses. Some folks still ride horses. But the new that was on the scene was the gasoline engine and those four wheels. The new. And slowly but surely, you want a gasoline engine. You want an electric engine, whatever. You don't want that no more. Those things was replaced. They were replaced with the new. And this is what we're upset about. Because I love Jesus. Yes, I do. All praises due to Allah for the honor of Elijah Muhammad. All praises due to Allah. I love Elijah Muhammad. I love Marcus Garvey. I love that man. I sure do. I love that man. And Noble Jew Ali, the Holy Prophet Noble Jew Ali, I love him. But when you talk about the new replaces the old. And for some of us, that's painful. Some of us are afraid of the internet. I know some people probably around my age or whatever, work no more. This is the age of direct deposit. This is the age of the internet. The new. The cell phone. And for many people, the new, it hurts. It's painful. That's why they cannot handle coming around us, because we're representing the new, the change. Just because the new come, don't mean you hate your grandfather, your grandmama, and your ancestors. It just means now this is our time. This is new. This does not mean that we hate the Moorish Science Temple, Prophet Noble Jew Ali, or Clarence 13. It don't mean that we do that. It does not mean that. It means this is your time. And it's new. That's over with. And many cannot handle the changing of the guard. But as time goes on, it don't make no difference whether you like it or not. And in the world overall, they say that Islam is becoming the biggest religion. I say, and according to the Quran, when Allah gets ready to destroy a people or destroy something, Allah gives them a peek into the heaven. Allah makes them very successful. Looks like then all of a sudden it's over. I'm saying that all of this, and if you go and study the internet, little by little, you see people questioning religion, questioning spirituality. They are questioning these black conscious teachings, Afrocentric teachings. It's on trial. It has nothing to do with me. But the reason why I exist is because that time is over. And a new time is coming. The time for common sense, the time for logic and reason and being analytical, critical thought, that time is coming. The time of science is coming. And it's just like when you look at those science fiction shows like Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica and all those things. You don't never hear them talking about religion and what God they talk and going to heaven. They are in the heavens. They have spaceships going way out there in the universe. They don't talk about the spiritual realm. They going into different dimensions, different realms in their spaceships. And there's nothing spooky about it. They're not astral projecting out of their body into the universe. No, they are getting on spaceships. They're getting on vehicles that they make with their hands and going out into the heavens. It's painful. Some people cannot accept the new. Do you know that some fathers are jealous of their children when they're babies because he no longer gets attention like he used to? The mother has to begin to give a lot of attention to that baby. I've seen this with my own eyes, so it's not like I'm making it up. I've seen it with my own. I've seen men jealous of the baby because now the mother has to give all the attention. I want that, you big ass baby. Jealous of the infant, and when the baby is sucking the breast of the mother, his mouth watering because he wants to suck some breast too. Jealous of the child because the baby is getting attention. Because the baby needs the attention, because the baby needs to grow, the baby needs to be fed. And see, that's really why they who are part of this new, they don't want to get, it has done nothing but bring destruction, hatred, murder, never-ending war, fighting and carrying on, just to go into the new year doing the same damn thing. So what's the sense of celebrating something new when you're going to keep doing the same garbage that you did last year? Why are you jealous of us that you pray for the Messiah, that you pray for a Savior. But then when the Messiah and the Savior, but the Messiah and the Savior is new. You don't expect the Savior and the Messiah to bring you what you're already doing. Because clearly, if what you was doing was working, you don't need a Messiah or a Savior. So the Savior and the Messiah is somebody born, somebody that come to you that's bringing you something new. So you are a contradiction and you are lying to yourself, talking about you waiting on the Messiah and the Savior, but yet and still you can't handle something that is new. Because that's what the Savior and the Messiah will represent. And nowhere in nobody's teaching do you say, well, the Messiah has to be Jewish, or the Messiah has to be Muslim, the Messiah has to be a Moor, the Messiah, you don't know what the Messiah gonna be. One thing for sure, you should not yourself. So you don't even believe in your own teachings. You don't even believe in your own stuff. Where you getting all this from, Snuck? Here I am. I've been on YouTube since 2007. And if you look at my videos, you see evolution. You see growth. You don't see me always repeating the same stuff over and over again. Because as I'm growing, as I experience life, I can bring something new. When you are alive. So they revise the same old stuff that's 2,000, 5,000 years old. You should have left that in the cemetery. Dead folks can't experience nothing. It's the living. Who's your teacher? Where you getting that from? I'm getting it from common sense. I'm getting it from being analytical, critical thought. I learned from other people, other critical thinkers. Because it's so much out here that needs to be exposed. I can't do it by myself. But Brother Khalil, common sense, the myth detector, my people here on our platform, it just goes on and on. Because it's time. So you need a Savior. You need something new. And that Messiah or that Savior is like a trainer. If you're willing to let somebody train you to become somebody new. And I would use box a little bit, but Mike Tyson could not box to the point where he could be champion. But somebody saw that potential come to us, the black man and woman in America, soul brothers and sisters, the freedmen, foundation of black America, come to us. Savior understands your potential, understands our potential. When we don't, so that person or people take Mike Tyson and they begin to train him. You can no longer stay what you are because you're a boxer, but I'm going to train you. I'm going to transform you to become world champion. Yeah, you can box, but you'll never become champion. Very few people train themselves. They need a trainer that will take them, force them to experience, evolve to their maximum potential. Most times if we try to train ourselves, we're not going to push ourselves to that level. We need somebody to push us, somebody with experience they know what it takes. So the Messiah and the Savior know what it takes to get you where you need to go. That Messiah is a trainer that will transform us and cause us to go into a metamorphosis so that we fit into the new world that's coming. Or you can stay your happy ass here and become part of the former things, because that's going to pass away. You don't even believe your own teachers. The new does not require religion. Religion is a ritual. It's supposed to be a guide to get you ready to go into the new. We've overcome sexism. We've overcome classism. We've become all these isms so we can become a humanism, human beings. So the power of the human being working together can take us out into the heavens. All these nations fighting each other is against the progress of the human being. But if they was working together as human beings, who knows who knows what stars, galaxies we would be right now if they wouldn't waste their money and funds fighting and killing each other, fighting over oil, fighting over these dumbass resources, exploiting women, stealing, and all this other crap. So we have to have something new. You cannot take this into the new world, into a new era. We have to have something new. We have to be made new. And if you don't want to change, if you don't understand that, then you need to stay right here. And you're going to stay right here. And next, we are an embarrassment to Marcus Garvey and the holy prophet Noble Drew Ali. We are an embarrassment. You have more money. You have more education. You have more opportunities. And you haven't even accomplished what they were able to accomplish. What the hell is wrong with you? It is because in your time. Again, this does not mean that we ignore, that we hate. No. We learn from their mistakes. Those things were necessary to get us to this point. But now we must molt like snakes do. When snakes mature and insects mature, they have crabs and lobsters, they have to molt as they grow. They got to get rid of the old skin. And that's what you need to do. You got to molt out of the old. And understand yourself, the new. You can't be like your parents. Your parents was 50s children, 60s children. You are not them. You can't be them. And they are slowly leaving us. This is your time. What are we going to tell your children? Why you failed them? How are we going to explain it? They're going to be on the bottom. A few make it, but the majority of us struggling. We still talk about police brutality. We still talk about housing discrimination. Damn, when is it going to stop? It's going to stop when you said, when you become like Popeye. I stood all I can stand. I can't stand no more. That's when it's going to stop. It's going to stop when you finally decide, let's try something new. I didn't say get rid of what you're talking about. I didn't say get rid of it. I said try something new. You come on this platform, I never tell you, don't believe in Jesus. Don't believe in I. You never hear me say that. I say try something new. Some of us are like lions to feel comfortable. But don't do yourself a disservice by not trying something new. What's wrong? What's wrong with the new? Because new means, see, another thing is, new means you think that you've done something wrong and you're loyal to the old. But the old, the parents want you to be better than them. Oh, that's what you're doing. Oh, you're successful with that. That's good. You think Elijah Muhammad or class 13 and you do something new and that works for you to get you to going, they should be happy for us. If they're angry with you, they didn't love you to begin with. Well, you know, this is y'all time. That works for you guys. Hey, go ahead, black man. Go ahead, black woman. You should question somebody that don't want you to try something new. And one of the reasons why they don't want you to try something new is because a lot of these people making money off of y'all. How long we gonna keep doing that crap? It produces nothing for us. That's why I don't like it. Read this book and people put pictures of all these books they don't read. What the hell? What's wrong with you? And a lot of the information that these people got in the books, you can go to, this is 2024. You can go to the same source and get the same crap. And you thinking, wow, so-and-so really heavy. That is a heavy brother. That brother, you could have went to the same source. Lazy ass. And then you copy and regurgitate from these people because your ass don't, because you don't know where it come from, you really don't understand. Then I invite these people to this platform, they cannot even explain it. You don't even really know what you believe. The only thing you do is sound good and you regurgitate and you copy and plagiarize. It's not yours. And most of this stuff comes from foreigners. Noble Drew Ali was influenced by foreigners. Elijah Muhammad was taught by a foreigner. The Bible came from foreigners. The Quran came from foreigners. Nothing comes from you. You mean to tell me this God can go to everybody and bring them revelation, but we got to get everybody's hand-me-downs? Everything originates in the Middle East in that one little tiny spot. Look at the earth. Look how big the earth is. But everything comes in this one little tiny spot. God is a lazy ass. Won't you tell your lazy ass God to walk over here, get a passport, take a plane, which Master Farad Muhammad did, a boat or whatever, come over here and give us revelation from a Savior, a Messiah, through the womb of a black woman with no middleman. I want my own. I want my own book. I don't need the Quran. I want my own book. I want my own prophet. I want my own messenger. I don't want none of these people. I don't want no Bible. I don't want these people's hand-me-down. And then you get angry when these people tell you what that book is about. Oh no, that ain't what the Bible mean. That ain't. How you gonna tell these people about their book? It's their stuff. You got it from them. You didn't get it from God. God gave you nothing. You got it from the Arab. You got it from the European, the slave master, or the Chinese. You don't develop nothing. No spirituality on your own. You ain't never been to Africa talking about African spirituality. God don't give you nothing. You don't live in Africa. What about black American spirituality? Because we talk directly to God just like your happy ass talk directly to God. That's why I have a problem. Blue represents pain. It represents a change. And a lot of these folks don't want to let go because it's embarrassing. They don't want to feel wrong. Accepting the new don't mean you're wrong. We used to ride horses and can still ride horses, but now we drive cars. That don't mean we hate horses. It don't mean that we wrong and wanted to ride a horse now and then, but now this is a new day, new time. Now we drive gasoline, electric cars. But you feel as though you're wrong. But see, you cannot dodge because it don't make any difference. You can't run and dodge. You cannot escape because what you hold on to ain't producing nothing. So how you gonna get angry at me? We had a brother, you in denial of reality. We had a brother, a Muslim, who loved the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Now we know that we saw a picture, I saw the video live and living color. Louis Farrakhan was kissing this guy in the mouth. And I sent him the picture. He said, oh, that the minister was kissing him cheek to cheek. No, sir. I sent him the picture, close up. It was not no cheek to cheek, dead in the mouth. He can't handle the reality. But that's the reality. I didn't make Farrakhan kiss nobody. That's what he did. But I'm going to talk about it. Because y'all accept that behavior, then you're going to turn around and talk about gay people shouldn't do this and the lesbians. Look what you're doing. You're kissing men in the mouth. And that type of behavior makes me wonder. Because if you publicly can kiss another man in the mouth like that with no shame, because Farrakhan said, I just kissed him in there. I kissed my brother. And there's nothing. Has all these white people in his house. He has a relationship with Scientology. Then these folks gonna talk about the white man's the devil. They gonna talk about they have the nerve to call people Sambos, Uncle. You got white folk. Your leader said that his daddy is a Jew. Your leader got biracial grandchildren living in his house. Your leader is playing violin for Caucasian Jewish people. Your leader is kissing white Caucasian Catholics and men in the mouth. This is what your leader is doing. You're in denial. And these other folks are in denial of things, cannot accept reality. And until you accept reality, you're going to stay in the winter. You're going to stay dead. You're going to stay in the cold. Nothing's going to change for you. These people do the same thing for Dr. King every year. It's embarrassing. Singing and dancing and marching protest, that don't do nothing. Why don't you really accomplish something? And I suggest to us, if we got on board the Soul Train, this vision, take your talent, take your intelligence, take your resources, make it strong so we can uplift the rest of us in this nation. That would be the greatest gift that Marcus Garvey or Malcolm or Elijah Muhammad or Harriet Tubman or Frederick Douglass and the list goes, that or Fannie Lou Hamer, that would be the greatest gift and the best gift in their memory. And the best gift to ourselves and the ultimate gift to your children and our progeny, and put them on that path. But the path that you're on right now, all this huffing and puffing, what you can do and what you think that you know, don't mean nothing. Dr. King was a threat. They put a bullet. I'm going to subscribe to a lot of folks this year. So when I say they're not doing nothing, they ain't accomplished a damn thing, I want to be able to say, because I'm subscribed, I've been watching it. So I'm going to subscribe to all these folks. I haven't been subscribed to a lot of these people in the last at least 3 years. I'm going to subscribe to them so I can say, because I can see it with my own eyes, done nothing. I see the cash out that you're getting. The cash out, you're giving all the cash out and the praise and the support and the views. And you're getting nothing in return. And you wonder why 2023 was no different than 2022. And 2024 not going to be no different than 2010. Going to church, all this feel-good stuff. And you don't hold these people accountable. These folks hold me accountable. Just the thought of you giving me $1, Angel Snub-Nuff 7 got $1. What you gonna do with that dollar, Angel Snub-Nuff? What you gonna do with that dollar? You don't hold these people accountable, and you give them thousands and millions of dollars every year. And you don't hold them accountable. And they sell you green juice and they sell you incense and the bull crap that don't help us. And they all looking out for themselves. Looking to liberate you. But the new, once you liberated, that which is new, understand your potential. Now, some folks do. Some folks do. Eddie Murphy said, I'm going to be a successful comedian. Prince said, I'm going to be a successful musician. And he done it. But even Prince said, I didn't know I was going to do this. And our talent always go to somebody else. Now it's time for that talent, everything to work for us. And these blackity black folks said, that's what they are about. If that's what you're about, how can you do that? By causing division and hatred. Because that's what what they do? They're not trying to bring us together. Because in order to bring us together, we must compromise. We must concentrate on those things that we can agree upon. And religion is divisive. You got to get that out of the equation. That's your own personal thing. You want to be spiritual, that's your business. But they want, if you want to believe in the prophet Noah, that's your business. That has nothing to do with the people, because we as a people are not going to accept all that. The people want to be liberated. The people want to just be in a position so we can bring all this crap to an end once and for all. I'm going to say this in conclusion. And what makes things even more sad, many of our children are not even taught, don't even really have respect for Dr. King. With all the promotion, they don't care about Dr. King. They don't care about what our ancestors went through. I saw a post by one of my nieces. And on her post, she said, I don't have nothing to do. She never mentioned happy birthday, Dr. King, or nothing. She just get on her Facebook or Instagram or whatever it was, and she just taking pictures of herself. That's our fault. That's our fault. The children, you're not teaching your children. I mean, look at their children. Their children are now in their 30s and 40s, 50s. Well, not 50s. But their children are in their 30s and 40, whatever. Don't know how to talk to people. As soon as somebody disagrees with the hell you you are Uncle Tom. What? Why somebody? These are racist words that you got from the slave master. You copying foreigners, and you copy the slave master. Coon came from the racist slave master. Uncle Tom came from the slave master. Sambo and Pickaninny, all these names, you didn't even make them up. Came from the slave master, who you claim is a racist and you don't like. A peckerwood from the Caucasus Mountain, and you copy them. I say, it's time. This is a new time. If you can't get with the time, then you're going to get left behind. You're not acting appropriately to what's going on. You have, I'm going to say this, we're going to get out of here. You have thousands of immigrants coming across the border. Some they know, some they don't know. This is your competition. You got a leg up right now. But you stay doing what we're doing right now, maybe in the next 5 years, your children gonna be begging them for a job. How embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Your children gonna be sleeping with them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You keep talking about in the next 50 years, the white man barely exists. He ain't gonna be, you not gonna exist either. What make you think you gonna be here? You're not protecting yourself. But that's up to you. See, I can't do it by myself. So I'm not even gonna try. If you want to stay in this condition and keep doing this, then so be it. That's on you. Because see, my time is almost over. If I have another year, if I have another 6 months or 2 or 3 weeks or 10 years, see, my time is almost over. Many of you, you're in your 30s, you might have another 20-some years, another 30 years. And you don't want to do nothing to help protect your children's future. You're so blessed, as they say in religion. You're so blessed. Because I dare say, that Messiah and that Savior, I am that person. But I'm just your little brother. I'm not divine. I'm just a person that had experience like Brother Khalil, like Brother Common Sense, that we fell in. Which, like a brother said, like Brother Common Sense told me, there's no shame in it. Like those that came before us, they failed, they lost a lot. It's always a learning process. We learn through other people's experience. So now we pass our experience to you. So now that you can elevate, you listening to these people that ain't learned a damn thing through their experience. A pitiful elder. I don't want to be accused of that. Change hurts. Change is painful. The truth hurts. Man up. Woman up. Enough. Woman enough. Get yourself on the right path. Apparently you don't believe in God because God is putting us on the right path. Apparently you don't believe that. It has to be the right path because clearly the path that we've been on for the last 50-some years, it ain't working. So you say in your prayers, oh Allah, put me on the right path. Guide me to the right path. But then you look at the path, where Elijah Muhammad at? Where Jesus at? Where Marcus Garvey at? Where King Hakatawa and Hakakintim at? Where Ma'at at? I don't understand. But we're supposed to be so wise and we're supposed to be so smart. And I advise us to do something new. And the greatest thing that you can do is to accomplish the vision that we call here, we call it the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. I've not heard no other solution, no other strategy better. Matter of fact, you can bring in parts of these other things into it. when you stop being jealous of people, arrogant and nasty, really begin to have love, not looking for people to put on the slave plantation, truly look to liberate them. If they want to be a Muslim, or if they want to be more, whatever they want to be, it all don't mean nothing if you're not liberated. So what? Because all of you still here with the big bad white man. So what? So it don't mean nothing anyway if you're not liberated. So what? But a lot of your leadership don't give a damn because they just want your money. They want your money. They want your booty. They want to sleep with your wife. Want to sleep with your husband. Ain't too many of these big shot women out here. I don't know too many. There's always men. I can't even name no women. Who's the big shot women out here? I heard Dr. Maya. There's no real women out here that y'all support. It's these hoish ass spiritual men. And some of them are married men. Woo! Boy. You don't believe in your Quran because the Quran said Allah got a chastisement. You don't believe in Jesus because the Bible said for those who act like y'all do, there's a chastisement, there's a punishment for you. Those who believe in that God, they know my voice. You can hear, you know that I'm telling the truth. Because you hear that voice. You just don't understand. It's new. Why can't you be a Muslim? Why can't you be like Gino, what's the brother name? Pastor Gino Jennings. Why can't you be like Farrakhan or somebody? Because that's the old. They represent the former things. And they must pass away. Get on board the soul train. Make it happen. On that note, we're going to get out of here. If any of the brothers, put the link in the chat room. As always, we appreciate, I always appreciate us coming here and supporting our talks. I thank you so much. Again, shout out. Oh, I see Black Superman. Black Superman is in the on Angel Snup Nup 7. Shout out to Black Superman. Shout out to Marcus X. Shout out. I'm gonna send I need to send a shout out to all. It's only a few of us, so okay. Send a shout out to MD20 and Black Sign. Shout out to Sister Tangi. Shout out to Mellow Cal and Razzie Fry and Almond Delight. Of course, the twins, Soul Brother 85 and Twin Pyramid and Just Acting. Who am I missing? Oh, and I think that's it. That's about it. I want to thank everybody. So I guess I said what needs to be said. I don't see nobody want to click on the link. And I just wanted to get that out in our area. So, but they've been tripping lately. For the last month or so, they've been really tripping. But I don't know if you guys seen it, but it's tripping right now. Anyway, we done. We got away. Thank you again for listening. Jot down your comments, all that kind of good stuff. And until the next spontaneous broadcast, I'm Angel Snup Nup 7. As I share. Invite these folks. Bring them to us. Let's have a talk. Let's have a conversation. We don't bite. We don't bite. In the words of our ancestor, Dr. Cornelius, we wish ya love, peace,